already subscribed to this YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now, along with the bell icon.
I gotta hear this stuff from old Jeffrey here.
YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you. And of course, be sure to give the video a like, as well as share it on your social media.
He's such a Christian, isn't he?
Hate that. And now, the Sunday address.
Life is not easy. God doesn't say that. God says there's going to be trials and tribulations. God says there's going to be people out there who will deceive you. People out there, I mean, if we want to go back to Old Testament, eye for an eye, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn to stone, man lays with a man, you die. I mean, this is all your personal choices. It's none of my business. I stay in my lane. Just don't come in my lane.
You know what God doesn't tolerate a bunch of hypocrisy and bullshit. So if there's a law that's consistent for one group of people, it's usually consistent across all of, it doesn't matter their race or their culture, as you said. If you actually read the Bible and, you made it to Exodus, then you would know a little bit of thing or two about whose culture was in the wrong and whose culture was in the right, and it is usually the culture who's enslaving everyone. This fucking asshole here talks like he did black people a favor, even though, like, whenever we start talking about 400 years ago, a fucking asshole like him, Jeffrey, would like to remind someone like me that we weren't there. Well, then how the fuck do you know? It's like dipshits like this. This is what I like about this. He likes to bring up God, but obviously somebody who claims that they're Christian didn't read the Bible. And see, and this is why slavery ended, by the way. It wasn't because black people rose up and took over power and escaped and ran away. No, it's because his very own people saw his own bullshit. They were sitting at the table all reading the Bible, talking about, all this shit, and he's seeing him taking out his frustration out on the slaves, and he's also doing the same thing to his very own family. Yeah, you should go look some of this shit up, man. It's like,
I respect everyone.
No, you don't.
Until they disrespect me.
Yeah, just like how you're disrespecting me right now on my very own YouTube channel by censoring me. Charleston White's not the only one that gets to fight for his fucking freedom there, dipshit.
I've been disrespected by so many people. So many times. Well, I've had to sit here and take it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
That sounds like a threat. If I take that as a threat, because it's such a pussified thing. It's how these people see. He's doing exactly what I've been fucking talking about this entire time. He's one of these kinds of people, okay, who talks whatever shit that he wants. But if anyone says anything about him, he wants to go run to policy and the law and the past and all this dog shit. Like, get the fuck out of here with this he lost a kid dog shit. I don't even want to hear it. It's a stand your ground state, okay? Like, get the fuck out of here. If his child didn't want to lose his life, maybe he should have been the one who walked the fuck away. Have we thought about that one? No, we never think about when the predator is preying on his prey. We never think about, oh, well, why doesn't the killer just walk away? I mean, he could avoid a lot of jail time. No, they're literally blaming the person who stood his fucking ground. And boy, oh boy, wait till you hear some of the shit that I've been listening to.
What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes.
I have a question. I have a question for you. Who made Chris Benoit kill his entire fucking family? You piece of shit. I could bring up example after example after Hannibal Lecter, dude. We could go down and up the fucking list of inspirations of all this shit that was built off of. Not to mind that culture you were talking about, you fucking piece of shit. That culture that you're talking about, I have to ask the question. I mean, I'm gonna keep asking the question until one of you dipshits finally answer my question. How many fucking record labels, music studios, how many fucking movie studios up and down the goddamn list have made billions, if not trillions of fucking dollars off of that culture? How many movie producers, record labels, music producers have made money off of that fucking culture that you're talking about there? How many people who are not black, American black especially, are inspired so much so that they talk black, they dress black? Dude, this culture you're talking about isn't just something that you could relegate to just poor black people. This culture that you're talking about has inspired the entire fucking world. I should know because I serve my country. I don't know about you, you family entitled dipshit, but I actually worked as a black person. Okay? Like the nerve of this fucking asshole, bro. And you know, they also love to bring up how everyone else were slaves and all this shit. Well, then go give everyone else reparations like you've been doing with everyone else's fucking taxpayer money. Fucking moron.
Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You're a big tough man. Still live in Baton Rouge?
Well, did you tell everyone that the fucking that you're friends with the defense attorney? Does everyone know that? Does everyone know that the cousin that's running the fucking prison right now is the warden is fucking related to this dipshit? Did you tell everyone that little detail? Did you tell everyone the detail about the aggressiveness of the two brothers, of your two sons, and what they got suspended for bullying and aggressing on the female cheerleaders? How come that's not being talked about in the fucking media right now? It would kind of stir the case with this motherfucker. The apple doesn't fall too far from the goddamn tree. How come that saying's not being said over and over again? Evidence after evidence after evidence keeps piling the fuck up. Yeah, we understand that you lost a kid, but there's been plenty of people who lost a child because they decided to do something fucking stupid. Yours ain't the first one. And looking from how far the apple does fall from the tree won't be the last.
Oh, buddy, you're supposed to find me. Don't you sit down and talk.
Nobody wants to talk to a racist piece of shit like you, brother.
Squeaky clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
There he goes again, culture. But again, how much money have these fucking movie execs and producers and directors have made money off of that fucking culture you're talking about? And how come you're not talking about the other violent cultures? You know, there's a whole goddamn series made on it right now, where Bumpy Johnson is teaming up with a particular race. What was the name of that one TV series called? The Sopranos. What fucking culture does that come from? Now go home and get your fucking shine box. What culture does that come from, huh? Bada boom, bada bee. What fucking culture is that from? Oh, I guess a very highly respectable culture. Respectable culture over here. Go fuck yourself, pal.
People hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You finally came up with the watermelon felon. Holy shit, we've had trailer park trash for 30 fucking years. Longer than that. Okay? Dipshit, get over yourself.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral.
No one
I got
cares.
a name for Mello, okay?
Go ahead.
This little boy I was trying to portray. How about?
Since you were trying to portray yourself so much as a fucking Christian, now look at you.
How's that one strike you?
And by the way,
I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. He's gonna have many nights to think about what.
I don't know, when your fucking family member gets back to you, I bet you get all the details on it. But regardless of that bullshit, what does watermelon have to do with this case? Dude, I haven't eaten watermelon in over 15 fucking years. So what is this like infatuation with everyone thinking that black people love watermelon? I might have, let me take it back. I might have actually like been in a restaurant where they served watermelon or whatever the fuck, but I haven't physically been to a store where I actually have picked up an actual fucking watermelon, whether it be cut or the actual fruit, in over like 15 to 20 years. Like, it's fucking crazy. What these people in their goddamn... You talk about, like, okay, yeah, some stereotypes are true. But the thing about it is, when they get on a fucking roll here, I swear to God, it's like everything that's wrong in life is all black people's fault. And it's like they can't think of anything else. They can't think of anything else. And then when you do think of anything else, or you bring up any examples, then here come these motherfuckers. Oh, no buts and ifs. No buts and ifs. But then all you hear is buts and ifs from these motherfuckers. You get tired of this shit, dude. You really do. It's like, what this fucking asshole is saying is not really inferior. I already know that. I'm fully aware that there's racist pieces of shits out there. What's bothering me is that we all fucking know, without a shadow of a doubt of our fucking minds, that if it was the other way around, that if it was fucking Austin Metcalf, who's surrounded by a bunch of fucking big, strong, black, football-playing Negroes, that it'll be perfectly fine for him to pull out a fucking samurai sword and slice everyone on the goddamn field like fucking Uma Thurman and Kill Bill. Perfectly fine. But a 4-inch blade? A 4-inch fucking blade? Brother. You gotta get real fucking close for that. Either way. And you mean to tell me the Negro chasing you was able to fucking stab you in the chest with the 4-inch blade? Right off the black. Right off the black. Something don't sound right about that. You approached him, the kid got fucking scared. In real regards, neither of you really knew what the fuck you were doing, but it's like, you guys watch movies because this is where you get all your fucking information about black people from. It was in the movie called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's called manslaughter. If two people get into a fight and one person accidentally kills the other person, it's called, usually, manslaughter. Usually it's not fucking first-degree murder, because in first-degree murder, there's usually the intent of, I have the full intent. I planned this shit. I know who this motherfucker is, and I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna plan the time, I'm gonna plan the place, that's first-degree fucking murder. You motherfuckers clearly don't know the law. Whoever put Carmelo Anthony in fucking for 35 fucking years, really? Okay, we're gonna keep that in mind. Next time we see a fucking Kyle Rittenhouse or whoever the fuck defends himself from anybody, we're just gonna say, well, why didn't he run? When a whole bunch of fucking dangerous Negroes storm outside of your fucking house, we're gonna say, well, why didn't you run? Why did you stand your ground to protect your family? Why did you grab a gun to shoot those dangerous Negroes who had weapons, who were gonna fucking probably kill the kids and rape your fucking wife? Why didn't you run away? You could have ran out the back door. You could have ran away. You didn't have to kill anybody. Hell, you just took the lives of 3 people. You just took the lives of 3 people, and there's that fucking the father of the quote unquote victims sitting on there. You motherfuckers just took my son's life. Now, if you excuse me, I'm about to go pimp in the pimp club, because that's what Christian white people think of us black folks. That's what they think us black folks is doing. We just pimping and selling drugs all fucking day. So fucking stupid, this goofball ass world that I live in. Are you fucking kidding me? So fucking stupid. But then you'll have somebody defending the other way around. Oh, no buts and ifs. No buts and ifs. When you get to sit here and watch this motherfucker right here butt and if it up. Almost smells like a fucking room full of shit just listening to this dip ass. This fucking ass clown. Oh, that's what your culture permits. Your culture permits. Well, I guess your fucking culture permits a whole bunch of defense of a bunch of fucking pedophiles. I guess that's what your fucking culture permits. The fuck out of here. Go ahead and ask Trump about the files that he's allegedly in. Watch how many fucking MAGA faggots start to. Oh, we got to get him off of YouTube immediately. Oh yeah, there goes freedom of speech. There goes your Second Amendment. Can't make sure he doesn't have a fucking gun in the goddamn car anywhere. Oh, watch out! It's a pencil. I mean, gun. I mean, it's a Negro. I mean, shadows. I mean, shit. I don't know what the fuck to do. That's okay. That's okay either way. When we see that suspect that we want to see do the thing that we see him basically, we're gonna be asking some serious fucking questions. At this point, I'm like, black or white. Like, can we defend ourselves? Are we allowed to defend our fucking selves? You know, if the answer is no, then, you know, maybe we should do something about that First and Second Amendment thing, or the Constitution thing, or something. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of fucking mixed signals. And ironically enough, they happen to be black and white. This dipshit. Listen to this dipshit. Go ahead, listen. Take a listen. I'm trying not to get fucking hot over here. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. They're trying to do this. You know what? They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. They want a racial war. It's not, again, for me, it's not about race. It's about common sense. And that's more or less what it's about for me. Because, look, we could all say hateful things on the fucking internet. I don't care about you saying hateful things about me on the fucking internet. I'm not going to go strike down your channel because you called me the dreadful N-word. I don't give a shit. But I've noticed that when a person in my Nero position says something awfully mean about the other side, whoever that might be, oh, well, then it's fair fucking game. Oh, it's criminal central. Oh, it's... Oh, he doesn't have a freedom of speech. He says words that... And then here this fucking faggot is here saying words. The fuck out of here, dude. This is like... It's a piece of you that just really just makes you just want to just say, fuck this world. Really. Like, why are we here? What the fuck are we really doing? I know, no sympathy shit. Serious, because if it was really up to me, I'll let this motherfucker have his way, dude. Get your fucking shotgun, get your whatever the fuck you got, put it at my fucking temple, get me the fuck off of this planet with people like you.
So I don't get ate up like cancer and kills you on the inside.
You know, it just I don't even want to say the word. Ooh, I have problems playing this fucking game hot. It's gonna be real hard to calm the fuck down. It really is for me.
That's how stupid you get irrational, because you can't make a good decision if you're emotional.
Emotions will get you 35 fucking years for a charge of manslaughter, but you gave him first degree fucking murder. Now everyone's questioning your fucking stupidity. That's what emotion does. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your fucking emotion. But we are here because you fucking people want everyone emotional. Because you want everyone distracted from your fucking UFC, MMA, White House having fucking president. Watching fucking men fight on the UFC lawn, that's making America great again. That's teaching the kids how to fight. Well, we just got through sending the fucking kid to prison and watching the fucking kid dying for fighting. So what mixed messages are we sending here? Confusion, Christian man.
If you're logical solution.
For those of you fortunate enough not to know, this is Jeff Metcalf. He's the father of the thug, Austin Metcalf, who threatened and attacked Carmelo Anthony for no reason, and who the white media took every single opportunity they could to reinforce that he is definitely not racist. And as you can see for yourself, it's true, he's not.
Oh, there is something
Let me
up
make
there.
something racist up here and go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? How about Watermelon Felon?
This is the creep who said that the family of Carmelo Anthony, who his son threatened and assaulted, he said that they and their representatives were race hustlers, and he had the white media repeating and signaling.
Now, I could tell you he's a fucking race hustler. Like a person like Charleston White, fucking the Brandon Tatum, fucking. You got some of them out there. Don't get me wrong, but you also got some on your side too, there, dipshit. Oh, black people are the most dangerous people. Oh, I just got shot in my neck by a fucking white person. Yeah, the racist whites really get mad at that one.
Especially after this, that completely and thoroughly ruins their little slanted message. The entire narrative is blown out of the water. And of course, the online clowns who are supporting them, now they're showing their true colors too. They're like, well, their trial is over, the railroading is done, that phony kangaroo court is now completed, so now that Jeff Metcalf is no longer pretending to be a grieving father, now he's venting his spleen and showing these large racist that he's
A grieving father? He almost sound like a nigga I know.
And nothing else.
Yeah, the watermelon and the nigga, shut your bitch ass up. That's why motherfuckers don't feel sorry for people like this, bro. You don't feel sorry. You hold on, wait. This bitch made motherfucker talked about eye for an eye in the Bible, right? You don't feel sorry for me in my situation? What the fuck makes you think I'm gonna feel sorry for you? What the fuck makes you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? When people like you are praying for my fucking downfall, you want me to feel sorry for you? Anytime a fucking black kid does any fucking thing across the book, if he blows, if he sneezes, and someone thinks that he's stealing a product, across national fucking news. Oh, it's his culture. Oh, it's his mother. Oh, it's his father. Oh, it's always something. Maybe it doesn't lead back to 400 fucking years ago and lack of reparations. Having fucking black people always guttered and fucking poor. News alert, child support, EBT, food stamps. You know who all that shit was made for? And do you know why black people had to get on it? Because while we were on the fucking rise during the Great Depression, guess who had to come over and burn all of our shit down during our fucking progression? Guess who had to make the KKK? Guess who had to make up all these fucking policies? And put these racist pieces of shit into the fucking politics. Talk about, why don't you go vote? What the fuck do you mean, why don't I go vote? Vote for what? Vote for who? So they can just make fucking policies to go up against me anyway? Oh, vote for this person because they black. Well, they do have your best interest. And then they go fucking kiss this person's ass. The fuck are you talking about? You distort history so we don't know who really invented every fucking thing. You distort history so you don't really know who's really the fucking villains here. And you want to talk about talking tough, grieving father? Are you fucking serious? I don't know if I can listen to this shit while playing this game, bro. But doesn't that show my emotion, right? My fucking leg is sweating from listening to this garbage.
And attacked Carmelo Anthony. Like father, like son. This guy actually had the nerve to say, I stay in my lanes.
I stay in my lane.
Well, what a shame that he didn't teach his son to do that, or he would still be alive.
Exactly.
I respect everyone.
I respect everyone, he said. Yeah, right before he starts throwing the racial slurs.
Let me make something racist up so
I
y'all
stay in
can
my
go viral.
lane.
How
I
about
stay in my lane.
watermelon?
How about if your son was just concentrating on doing what the fuck he was supposed to do instead of worried about who the black guy was under his little precious fucking tent, then maybe he'd still be alive. Maybe he'd still be in his fucking lane. Not worried about what the black guy's doing in prison. Cause he ain't a black kid, right? He a grown man, right? Y'all charge him as a grown man, right? Of course, if it'd be the other way around, they're still calling Kyle Rittenhouse a kid, by the way. I'm not calling him a kid if he is a kid or not. I just say kid because of his expression. It's like Wolverine saying bub. It's me recognizing I'm getting too old for this shit. And the new kids on the block are here. So it's a matter of expression. These motherfuckers apparently don't even know that. Because I guess as a black person, they think I'm just, just fully fucking illiterate across the goddamn board. Me struggling even fucking saying it is not helping my goddamn case much. Acting like these motherfuckers don't have dyslexia problems. Dude, I'm serious. If I stopped typing for a week and all I did was just go across the board and just watched all the fucking title errors. Just the title alone, not even the description, nothing else. Just the title. Number one, a lot of you fucking folks who talk about the black folks can't read, but then we go look and you don't know the difference between 2, 2, and 2. You don't know the difference between the number 2 when something is too much or when you're just simply going to the store. You don't know the difference between the 3 fucking 2s because you're always using the wrong 2. Stupid fucks. So don't tell me that I'm illiterate. I'm not the only one. Stay in your fucking lane. Read a book. Actually pick up the fucking Bible, Christian man, and read the fucking thing. Watermelon Felon doesn't say anything about forgiveness, and forgiveness is all over the Bible. Where's your forgiveness at, dipshit? Oh, I hope he's getting what he's getting this first night in that prison cell. Yeah, that monkey deserved to be in the zoo. Getting harassed by who? Who do you hope he's getting harassed by exactly? Other white felons? That's what you think is happening? They put them in there. I mean, if it's true that the warden is related to your dipshit ass, then maybe that did happen. And maybe he is getting torn to pieces right now. But one would have to think, well, what did all those white guys have to do to get in there? Are they fucking apes? Are they fucking criminals? Watermelon felons? Trailer park tap tats and tants? I don't even know what the fuck I said. I'm so fucking upset. I meant to say trailer park tap dancing trash. But obviously I'm having a fucking aneurysm here. Because I'm making so much goddamn sense. It's remarkable. But who gets censored? And who gets turned into the fucking hero in the fucking media right now? Why do you think I'm unsubscribing to specifically so many fucking white dudes? Because they're showing me their true fucking colors all of a sudden. They're showing me their true Charlie Kirk self, their true Ben Shapiro self. I can't even derive all this shit and said it all comes from Trump. I can't say all that. But these motherfuckers all of a sudden are getting mighty bold when their people are just as fucking guilty as anyone else. Blowing up fucking schools and shooting up fucking people in fucking pedophile islands. Are you fucking kidding me? Trafficking and drug trafficking and the list goes on and on. Embezzlement, fucking blackmail, fucking it goes on and on and on and on. Remember we were talking about why we even have to come up with fucking food stamps and EBTs and all that shit? Well, currently, right fucking now, guess who is more on fucking food stamps and EBT? Guess who is actually benefiting more off of DEI more than black people? So when you say all this stupid shit, I know from a point of fucking privilege you're talking from, but you're not thinking about the fucking dirty feet white people living in the fucking trailer parks. You're not thinking about the fucking white guy who's living under the bridge surrounded by fucking roaches and bottles. No, your fucking piece of shit job is just to be a piece of shit. And only think about one derivative fucking group of people who you can mock, who you can point your fucking finger at, because pointing your finger at yourself in the fucking mirror would mean actually having to take accountability. That fucking word that you throw at my people at a constant routine fucking basis. Oh, he can't look in the fucking mirror. But he can look at Charleston White's bow tie. Like Frank Sinatra never wore one. Like Elvis Presley never wore one. List goes on and on, folks. Vince McMahon, Jerry the King Lawler. List goes on and on. That one piece of shit that fucking Jim Carrey was impressioning. Fuck, just look up this guy. Look up some of these people. There's some black people if you wanna look on the list, but just look up that. Look up this fucking list. 10 of the most evil wrestlers. That's why the fucking slaves got free. Because while you're over here sitting here talking about the blacks, and yeah, there's some pretty horrific black people. Don't get me wrong. Because during slavery, who do you think was really helping out Massa, keeping the slaves in line? Oh, it's pretty fucking coons who were helping out Massa. Plenty of them. Okay? I call them Goku coons. Because they go Super Saiyan on their own selves. Just like you. But you don't even realize it. Because again, no accountability, no responsibility. It's the whole, the illusion that I'm being a father for my family. But we're not talking about the abuse. We're not talking about, dude, there's a plethora of shit we're not talking about. The hypocrisy. Why do you think there's so many whites who do happen to travel down the boulevard to go to the hood and listen to some of the blues music and get inspired by that blues music, and they bring that shit back? Dude, they were literally making laws where they didn't want white bands to play like black bands because they thought they was going to summon the devil or some stupid shit. Stupid shit. Until they found out how much money they can make. Oh, I'm sorry. Where did Elvis Presley get his fucking style from again? What black man did he? I'm sorry. I think I already spoiled the surprise already. I'm sorry. What 3 black men did Eminem get his fucking style from? I won't say he stole, but he definitely was inspired. He didn't have a fucking choice. Just like fucking the white dude playing on the goddamn basketball court. He ain't really got much of a fucking choice but to be inspired by one particular group of fucking people. Just like if I wanted to play a certain kind of rock music, man. That, by the way, was also inspired by a certain particular R&B, rhythm and blues. That was derived and it was inspired from usually the darker skinned peoples. But rock, dude, the current rock and fucking what else you call it? Crash and heavy metal and all that. One of my favorite wrestlers used to be Raven. He used to listen to the who's the dude that something's in the way? Kurt Cobain. There's plenty. I gotta gotta start playing in a minute. I'm talking too fucking much. But there's plenty of fucking black dudes inspired by it. It's a meaning of expression. But this dipshit gets to sit here, say this hateful shit, and it's like again, I get it. You lost your child, okay? But because you show me your true colors here, it's like, bro, a lot of the shit that you fucking people have said to me over the years, it's coming back, it's wrapping around, and instead of me like getting angry to the point, because I don't hate all, dude, this is not gonna get me to hate white people. This is not gonna get me to hate anyone. This is just gonna get me to look at this particular fucking case and compare and contrast to other cases. So again, for all you stupid fucks who don't like the buts and the ifs, I'm sorry, motherfucker. Go to law school. You'll learn that that's all it's all about. Stupid bitches. All right, I gotta continue this fucking.
That Jeff Metcalf was a decent person, and he's not, and you didn't have to wait until he posted this racist rant to have figured that one out. But even if you were dumb enough to believe that he was a decent human being, is this how he chooses to remember?
If this doesn't make it on YouTube, don't worry. I'll put it on my fucking Patreon. It's alright.
Said that he would have killed Carmelo Anthony.
I would have wound up killing him and going to prison myself.
Oh, you would, huh? Oh, wow. I wonder what Austin was thinking that day when he was getting in fucking Carmelo's face.
To have a conversation. I told you
he doesn't want to have a conversation with these blacks, these apes, these monkeys.
Jeff Metcalf may now try to tell himself the facts do not change. If Austin Metcalf had acted like a civilized human being and not a punk, he'd still be alive. If Austin Metcalf hadn't threatened violence against Carmelo Anthony, he'd still be alive. If he hadn't stormed over to Carmelo Anthony to get in his face to fight him, he'd still be alive. If Austin Metcalf hadn't attacked Carmelo Anthony, he'd still be alive. If Jeff Metcalf had been a better father and taught his son the principles of manhood instead of teaching him the principles of white privilege, he'd still be alive. This is the truth that Jeff Metcalf is in denial about. That's why he's getting all angry at Carmelo Anthony. He's displacing the fury that he should be pointing at himself. It's the same
exactly, accountability.
in the case of John White.
He's not taking accountability as a father. How come you're not taking accountability as a father, huh? But you want to blame all the black fathers and shit, talk about the, it's because they didn't step up and that's why. Like, where do they get these statistics from?
And at no point has Jeff Metcalf ever reflected on how his son behaved.
I'm telling you, dude, this is Charlie Kirk dog shit.
What could Austin Metcalf have done differently?
I can't believe I got that fucking emerald, and I'm this hot, dude. I can't. Like I'm hot. I gotta do some editing now. I gotta calm the fuck down.
Outside of it would be saying a word about, well, why didn't Austin Metcalf just leave? If Carmelo Anthony had been the one to storm up to Austin Metcalf and attack him, nobody would be saying, well, you didn't have to stab him.
The way I see it, it's a two-way scenario. You know, the same way that motherfuckers are saying, oh, Carmelo Anthony could have just left. Again, we just brought up a whole goddamn... Well, when the black criminals come to your house and they're threatening to kill your entire fucking family, you could just leave. You don't have to pull it... Like in the case with Kyle Rittenhouse, he could have just ran away. Like, what kind of fucking... Like, I'm sorry, is there not a First Amendment and a Second Amendment? Because when I start talking like this, people get offended by the First Amendment. Then they start disregarding all my fucking rights altogether. It's like, then of course, if Kyle Rittenhouse is black The media, everyone is starting to treat the entire fucking thing differently. As a matter of fact, we have plenty of Kyle Rittenhouses, but they get treated differently. They don't get fucking renegated as standing their ground against criminals, and no, they get turned into the fucking criminals. This is what people of common sense and knowledge are saying. This is not about. You can make it about race all fucking day if you want, if that's what you want to do. I'm observing the racist piece of shit right now. Fuck out of here with that.
What choice did he have? If Austin Metcalf had been the one who just stood there while Carmelo Anthony was yelling threats at him, got in his face and attacked him, nobody would be saying a word. It would be self-defense, stand your ground, that's all we would be hearing. There would have been absolutely no charges. The white media would be doing everything they could to dig up any dirt they could on the deceased Carmelo. Everyone
exactly.
By the white media. Hey, do you have anything disparaging you want to say about him so we can publicize that? That's what they would be doing. If the racial roles had been reversed, this would have been a story about self-defense, clear and simple. That's it.
And see, these fucking people, they get you in this trap where they like, if you're a black person in this country, they don't want you thinking like, oh, maybe the media is on some racist shit. But it's like, how do you deny it when you're constantly doing this shit on a constant routine basis? And I truly do understand that there's plenty of like guys who are white, are a different race, who get fucked over every day. But it's like, we're talking about the mainstream media here. And for those of you who are being disregarded, you probably got some questions and cases to ask yourselves. I mean, seriously. They fucking kicked Leafy is Here off of goddamn YouTube. That guy wasn't black. And they kicked him off of YouTube? I'm surprised who they're fucking still letting on here.
Justified to harm a black person. Certainly black children, it's always justified to kill a black child. That's not a crime. And racist pukes like Jeff Metcalf, they know this. They rely on it. That's why he feels emboldened to spew his racism now. The same way he feels emboldened to barge his way into the Anthony family's press conference. He wasn't worried about being arrested no matter what he did. His white skin color gives him immunity from law, and he knows that. He wasn't worried that a judge on the case was going to say, wait a minute here, we got a trial pending and this is what you do? We're going to find you in contempt or something. He wasn't worried about that at all. Of course, the same white media whores who are supporting this creep, they've suddenly lost their tongues when it comes to their
certainly quiet.
Now that he's done this.
Who the fuck? You're talking about Christianity. You barge into the fucking Carmelo. Never mind, dude. Just keep it going. This is already on YouTube. They can censor my channel all day, every day. I don't give a shit about that. Who cares? No one cares, people. Censor it. Shadow ban it. You can't shadow ban. You can't shadow ban truth, dummy.
This is exactly what he and the prosecutor and the judge, when these white folks talk to each other off camera, behind the scenes. This is exactly what they were talking about. We're gonna lynch this nigger. You make sure that you get him as much time as possible. There's no right of self-defense for no black person. That's what it is. No, Carmelo.
That's what it has to be.
It was Austin Metcalf who was acting like a criminal, and his father shows exactly.
So there's no self-defense if you're black in America. Basically, that's what they're saying.
This is the sick, perverted, racist mind that shaped him, and that's the reason why he felt that he could go ahead and attack somebody in public. Why not? He's got his father who taught him that's the way that you behave. As if he somehow thought that he was the boss of a freaking track field. Who the hell made him in charge? This 17-year-old violent punk. Who put him in charge? No, somebody taught him that he had racial privilege, and that his skin color meant that he was in charge. And what he found out was his father had lied to him. That's what he found out. And yet, you got some idiots out here, some sorry Negroes, who are cheerleading for the scum of the earth like Jeff Metcalf, and they're agreeing that, yeah, Carmelo Anthony, he should have gone to prison, yeah, he should have gone to prison.
Carmelo Anthony was accepted to college. He was a young man that had a future. I'm not saying he should have done no jail time. I'm not saying he should not have been convicted of manslaughter or something. I'm saying 35 years, which is life, which is a life, because his trajectory of
Hold on,
his
I'm
life
gonna let her say what she's gonna say first.
is forever changed.
For all you fucking idiots who talk about, oh, it should have been on the jury.
Show. She's sitting here saying that Carmelo Anthony should have been convicted of something. Oh, this is the way that she sticks up for the black right of self-defense. But I say, oh, well, maybe 35 years was a tad bit harsh. He should have at least gotten 10 or so. Because that's what manslaughter would have equated to, especially for a black person.
Do you know what the fuck will happen if I was the one guy on the jury who was making fucking sense? They would find me contempt, they would kick me out, and they would replace me with who the fuck they would want. So that would be a waste of my fucking time, but hopefully I'll get paid for the days I do be doing my jury duty. So fucking dumb. This fucking planet is retarded.
Not even once in nearly 20 years have I mentioned her name, not even to attack her. And one of the things that you should have picked up by now is, if you don't hear me saying somebody's name, well, that's saying something. Karen Hunter is trash. She's walking garbage. Always has been, always will be.
For those who had known Sweet Tim was a wrestler, the news was both
Hold
shocking
up, let
and
me go back.
disturbing.
Is that good?
And since his son threw his own life away, this is what the father decides to do afterwards.
We could replay this as many times as it takes.
Metcalf was a decent person,
That's what I love
and
about
he's not-
anniversary
you didn't have to
mode.
wait till he posted this racist rant to have figured that one out. But even if you were dumb enough to believe that
No
he
pressure.
is a human being, is this how he chooses to remember his son? This is what he chooses to do? Remember, this animal said that he would have killed Carmelo Anthony.
I would have wound up killing him and going to prison myself.
He would have done what his son failed to do, is what he's really saying. And this is the creep who ambushed the Anthony family's press conference. Remember that? Oh, but he claimed that
So
was
he
just
would
there.
have killed Carmelo Anthony, basically. And kill him for what? I mean, I get it that he killed your son, and that you. But before all that took place, what would you kill him for? What did Austin approach him for?
To have a conversation.
Again, he didn't have to approach him. I'm gonna say the same shit that you fucking idiots are saying. He didn't have to approach Carmelo Anthony. I mean, think about it. Who the fuck wants to approach a dangerous Negro with a weapon? Oh my god, who the fuck wants to approach? But he did. What was he thinking? I wonder. One could only fucking wonder.
No matter what Jeff Metcalf may now try to tell himself, the facts do not change. If Austin Metcalf had acted like a civilized human being and not a violent punk, he'd still be alive. If Austin Metcalf hadn't threatened violence against Carmelo Anthony, he'd still be alive. If he hadn't stormed over to Carmelo Anthony to get in his face to fight him, he'd still be alive. If Austin Metcalf hadn't attacked Carmelo Anthony, he'd still be alive. If Jeff Metcalf had been a better father and taught his son the principles of manhood instead of teaching him the principles of white privilege, he'd still be alive. This is the truth that Jeff Metcalf is in denial about. That's why he's getting all angry at Carmelo Anthony. He's displacing the fury that he should be pointing at himself. It's the same asinine belligerence we saw in the case of John White, the father of the racist teen punk who Mr. White rightly defended his family against. He was just as immoral and violent as this Jeff Metcalf punk. And the white media also was trying to make a sympathetic figure out of his hateful behavior too. So it doesn't matter if it's a red state or a blue state, it's still the same white racist belligerence. And at no point has Jeff Metcalf ever reflected on how his son behaved that day. And neither Jeff Metcalf nor the white media have ever asked, what could Austin Metcalf have done differently that day? Naturally.
Exactly.
And the white media hasn't either.
And I'm gonna keep fucking asking. What could Austin Metcalf done different that day? Let's stop looking at the let's stop looking at the fucking presumed quote unquote criminal. He didn't have no choice but to go over and approach that Negro with the knife. He had no choice. I mean, he could have walked away, but he didn't have a choice. Dangerous Negro on, he could have called security. He could have He could have called his father. Their father seemed to have everything on goddamn lock. There's so much that Austin could have did before he approached a dangerous Negro with a fucking knife. But did he do that? Nope. Now who's dead? Now who's alive? And all they're gonna say, well, he's in prison though. Yeah, so are all the white guys who are apparently raping him. Stupid fucks. They probably had to go through a humiliation ritual, if you know what I mean. Dumb fucks. Besides, that's the point of prison. To send people to get hurt, not for rehabilitation. So the point of sending people to prison is to make sure that they suffer in turmoil, not to rehabilitate them. Got it. So if they ever like break out or get out or anything like that, they have a whole bunch of turmoil built up. So if they go back out on the fucking spree again, well.
Looks like Jeff Metcalf, they know this. They rely on it. That's
Good job, America. Good job, humanity. Good job, Christians.
Silent now, but in case anybody still wanted to be in denial and pretend as if they didn't know, well, you got the racist scumbag Jeff Metcalf, who's removing all doubt if there was any. Yeah, this was racial from the very beginning. You better believe this is exactly what he and the prosecutor and the judge, when these white folks talk to each other off camera, behind the scenes, this is exactly what they were talking about. We're gonna lynch this nigger. You make sure that you give him as much time as possible. There's no right of self-defense for no black person. That's what it is. No, Carmelo Anthony was not the felon. It was Austin Metcalf who was acting like a criminal, and his father shows exactly where he got it from. This is a direct window into the mentality of Austin Metcalf. This is the sick, perverted, racist mind that shaped him, and that's the reason why he felt that he could go ahead and attack somebody in public. Why not? He's got his father who taught him that's the way that you behave. As if he somehow thought that he was the boss of a freaking track field. Who the hell made him in charge? This 17-year-old violent punk. Who put him in charge? No, somebody taught him that he had racial privilege, and that his was in charge.
And I won't even take it to that degree. It might be, but I'll take it that their family are very interconnected. And there's a lot of money probably involved.
Was his father had lied to him. That's what he found out. And yet, you got some idiots out here.
Because again, this dipshit, and he's not thinking about poor people. He's not thinking about poor people. He's not thinking about poor white people. He doesn't give a fuck about poor white. You think this Jeff guy cares about poor white people? He doesn't give a fuck about poor white people.
I'm not saying he should have done no jail time. I'm not saying he should not have been convicted of manslaughter or something. I'm saying 35 years, which is life, which is a life, because his life is forever changed. The trajectory of this life of Carmelo Anthony is forever changed.
That was a clip from Karen Hunter's radio show.
Who the fuck is Karen Hunter, by the way?
Carmelo Anthony should have been convicted of something. Oh, this is the way that she sticks up for the black right of self-defense. But I said, oh, well, maybe 35 years was a tad bit harsh. He should have at least gotten 10 or so. Because that's what manslaughter would have equated to, especially for a black person in Texas. I've never mentioned this heifer's name in the almost 20 years that I've been posting content on this platform. You've never heard me say the name Karen Hunter. Not even once in nearly 20 years have I mentioned her name. Not even to attack her. And one of the things that you should have picked up by now is, if you don't hear me saying somebody's name, well, that's saying something. Karen Hunter is trash. She's walking garbage. Always has been, always will be. She's just another one of these shea butter feminines. That's all she's ever been. She, or should I say it, belongs in the same category as a Larry Elder, a Jesse Lee Peterson, or a Candace Owens. Oh, but Karen Hunter, she's not like them. After all, she's not some conservative, right? I mean, she's a black feminist of the left. I mean, she's not some black right-winger looking to get some buttered biscuits from Fox News, right? She's different. She's better than that, right? And yet you got this heifer working for the white media, just like the breakfast schlubs and the rest of the trash. And yes, she sells the exact same soap. And when it comes to black people, you better understand, there is no conservative or liberal. It's just anti-black, including these Negro sock puppets who the white media puts on. Because one thing's for sure,
I really do hate that it's like that. Because humanity in general is really just fucked, and instead of everyone coming together, is that one dream that we heard about a long time ago that it's just that, a dream. You got to be asleep to believe it. Everything is just like blame whoever the fuck we can, or blame whoever is the most unfortunate, or the more I'm seeing it is because there are more white people in this country than white, and because of slavery, that I guess somebody just has to be the dominant race, and somebody just has to be the always looked at upon as the lower class. But if you look at it across the board, every race, every culture, there's very few people up here, and there's a shit ton of people in the middle. At least that was until whatever the fuck your boy Trump is doing. And you had a whole bunch of people in the middle and a whole bunch of people at the bottom. Since Trump's last into the presidency, a lot of people from the middle have been moving down to the poor area, and a lot of those people aren't black. So that's what's kind of got MAGA in kind of a little civil war.
Saying, this is why the white media gave her that platform, because they already knew she was going to say.
That's why Charleston White's able to talk. That's why Brandon Tatum's able to talk, by the way. Like, I'm seeing the whole fucking plan. They don't want me to believe it's racial. What else can it be? Because the only way I'm seeing black people able to talk is if they're just consistently talking shit about other black people and saying the things that a lot of white people who want to say things about black people want to say, but they can't say, or they feel that they can't say. You can say, but but so what they'll do is they'll uplift certain black voices so they can speak through them. It's like this is the fucking goofball world. It's not about how talented you are, how smart you are, how none of that shit. I mean, some of it, yeah, could apply, if you go in the right direction for some of you. But it's more, what I'm seeing, more of the ignorant, louder, puffed up bullshit voices that get pushed the most. The hypocritical, but they have the fucking nerve to point their fucking fingers. It's disgusting, bro.
She's always believed this. They gave her a platform precisely because she knows what her job is. It's to be the bootlick who the gullible and the stupid will see as being a valid black voice. And I'm not naive enough to think that not a few of you have actually been listening to her and thinking that she was something good to eat. If you have an IQ higher than your shoe size, you should have seen through this woman right from the very beginning. This is the problem with the black feminists, by the way. They only care about black as it pertains to themselves personally, or at the very most, they only care about how it affects black women vis-a-vis white society, because that's what the black feminist wants to be part of. The Karen Hunters out there, they have as much contempt and hatred and vitriol for black men as the likes of, say, Vivica Fox. Remember when Vivica and her pals were online and they were saying that black women can't be lumped in with the black community? Why? Black women have concerns and interests that are separate and different and apart from black society, by which she meant black men. This is why white power has always loved feminists. Anyone stupid enough to think that their gender trumps their race under white supremacy is somebody dumb enough to believe the white society's narrative. White women were part of the feminist movement. They led the charge on it. But as soon as their interests as white people were challenged, they dropped that feminist crap. Donald Trump was caught on audio saying that he grabbed women by their genitals, and by women he meant white women. He dang sure didn't deny it, and yet those exact same white women in America, they voted for Trump 3 times. After they had heard this man was a serial sexual offender. They were not trying to separate themselves from white society, i.e. white men. Sure, a number of them bristle at their place in white society, but when their white privilege seemed to be challenged, they told those feminists where they could go. That's what white women did. Even after the Supreme Court that Trump put on the bench overturned Roe v. Wade, and after white women in red states eagerly took to the polls for those state referendums to legalize abortion in their states, those same white women in 2024 turned right around and voted for the very white man who tried to criminalize abortion in the first place. So no, as white women understand it, their gender does not trump their race. They understand that their position in society is not based on being women, it's based on being white. And they have no confusion about that. But the Karen hunters of the world, they go through life willfully ignorant and gleefully stupid. This is somebody who a lot of you have been listening to. I have no illusions about that, so the folks in my comment
I've never
section,
heard of Karen
folks
Hunter.
online who were bigging her up and supporting her and patting her on the back, and well, you were going, well,
Never heard of this fucking person
don't
at
stop
all.
now.
I don't
This is
hate her or
your
anything.
heroine,
I just
and
never
she
heard of
speaks
her.
what you're thinking, right? You've never heard
She's
of
probably
her.
saying something wrong,
You see
but
why. You could smell
I
absolute
personally
stench on her from a mile away. Karen
I
Hunter's
personally
black
think,
feminist.
granted the case, it potentially could be manslaughter, but like granted everything I've just heard from Jeff, and everything I'm finding out about the defense attorney, and everything that I'm seeing from the prosecution and from the jury and from the judge, it's like the fix is in. So they just wanted to just punish this kid as fast as they possibly fucking can. This ain't got nothing to do with, you know, oh, you know, you got to do some sort of rehabilitation because, you know, whatever. No, they're putting all the fucking everything they can on Carmelo Anthony, regardless of facts, regardless of evidence, regardless of any fucking thing. They made it a racial fucking issue, and then turned around and then try to 78% of y'all ain't watching y'all kids, as if we don't have Cabbage Patch Kids. Again, why was child support created again? Because how many fucking white fathers were abandoning their kids? So much so that where the fuck do you think the concept of the stork came from? That's how many fucking fathers were abandoning their children. Look up Cabbage Patch Kids. Look up the stork. Look up where all this shit comes from. It used to be in the fucking cartoons I used to watch as a kid. Look up some of this shit. Jeff ain't gonna look it up.
And that means that she wants to identify with white society.
But he's just gonna sit there and just blame white people or blame black people or blame whoever the fuck. And trust me, I don't fucking like black people just sit around blaming white people all day. I don't like that shit.
Now how the hell is that different than the racist scumbag Hunter Metcalf?
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Defending himself?
For the fucking people who are doing it, you're not hurting the cases that some of these fucking black people are making. Just letting you know.
He goes to a high school event. Some punk is threatening him and then attacks him. He defends himself. Well, he's got to do time for that. What about self-defense? Oh, that's not self-defense. So he has an obligation to get into fist fights at school? Really? He has an obligation to fight somebody? No, the law does not say that if you're threatened, you have an obligation to fight the other party. The law,
Exactly.
however, does say that you have no...
So whether Carmelo Anthony was threatening him or not, which if you know our culture so fucking much, you should know the difference between a person threatening you and warning you. You know our fucking culture so much because there's so many of you who are not black who are talking white. So you should know that if a black person says, yeah, motherfucker, come closer, I got something for you. That's usually symbol for don't come near me, otherwise more than likely I have something that I'm going to use against you if you come too close. So regardless, you don't have a fucking obligation to say, "Oh well, I'm gonna fucking fight you anyway," and just like what? It's almost like saying you have an obligation to be the fucking bully that you are. Now all of a sudden it's an obligation to approach black guys with weapons. You see this? You see the fucking double standard? This not even double standard. There's just a pure out fucking ignorant stupidity here.
Right to threaten someone. That is a criminal offense. The law does not say that you have an obligation to flee from a sporting venue if somebody threatens you. The law, however, does say that you got a right to stand your ground.
Stand your ground. There it is. Stand your ground. You're able to stand your ground. Well, someone stood their fucking ground. Oh, not that nigga. It's different now. Like, what? Now, stand. It's not even. Okay, standing your ground is one thing. Manslaughter is one thing. 35 fucking years? Really? 35 just. I had a bottle of water. I gotta drink this son bitch. Next time it's gonna be a beer. Next time you make a goddamn racial joke on my behalf, it'll be the last. And that's the bottom line, because the Shermanator says so.
Live under the rule of law. We live under the rule of men. White men in this case. Otherwise known as white
Watermelon
supremacy.
felon.
Is a shameless
Real hilarious there, Bill Maher. Bill Maher, whatever the fuck his name is. Bill Burr. I said Bill Maher, I said a whole bunch of fucking. Is that racist? I don't know.
Oh, but she knows that the poor, sad, brain addled fools who are dumb enough to listen to her, well, she knows that they don't like that, so she's got to go ahead and gild the lily a little bit. She's got to go ahead and sprinkle a little sugar on the crap that she's slinging. So she has to say, well, I don't understand. He had such a bright future. I mean, well, but still, you know, he should have gotten manslaughter or something. Really? She has as much contempt for that boy and his rights as trash like Hunter Metcalf. See, this is the entire problem. Because if Karen Hunter had been on that jury, she's telling you, yeah, I would have convicted him of manslaughter. Oh, he still would have gone to prison. It wouldn't have been for 35 years, perhaps, but he still would have gone to prison. He had no right to defend himself, because that's what she really wanted to say. Well, he had no right to defend himself. Why didn't he just run? That's Karen Hunter, garbage with feet. Carmelo Anthony was sitting there minding his own business. He broke the laws. He did nothing wrong. Austin Metcalf, on the other hand, he broke the laws the moment that he began threatening him for no reason. Making threats, he comes down and comes over to fight and attack this kid, and at that point, Carmelo Anthony defended himself as he had every right to do. When you attack somebody, you don't get to say, oh, well, there should be limits when it comes to how you defend yourself. No.
What the limits? Now there are limits to how you defend yourself? There are no guarantees in this fucking world. None. Zero. Zilch. There's no fucking standard. When you go to a club and you start acting up in the fucking club, and one of the security guards ends up deciding to suplex your ass, German suplex your ass, and the fucking edge of the table hits your head, and you end up dying, more than likely, that's a security guard doing his fucking job. Especially if you're attacking that security guard with an inanimate object. No fucking, there's no guarantees when you're the criminal. You could plan first degree all you fucking want. There's no guarantees you're gonna get away with it. There's no guarantees that you're gonna actually kill the person. There's no guarantees. There's no fucking, like, there's no way the way you're supposed to defend yourself, excuse me? You defend yourself by any means necessary. By whatever weapon you fucking got, you equal the playing field. by having either equal amount of weapon or whatever fucking weapon of your goddamn choice. 9 times out of 10 in Texas is gonna be guns, at least for some individuals. There's no like, unless you're gonna put it in fucking writing that the only way you can defend yourself is with the knife. Well, what if a person fucking, and I'm gonna go with the what ifs, because again, this is what I'm hearing fucking white guys doing on fucking YouTube all day, every day, right now. They're doing the what ifs and the what, but what if Carmelo Anthony stabbed another person that was in the vicinity? Then someone had to stop him then. Did it have to be Austin? Again, he could have called security. He could have. There's a plethora of things he could have done. Why? It's starting to boil down to why did he approach Carmelo Anthony? Why? What was the reasoning? For what reason? What purpose? If there's a purpose for Carmelo Anthony to be there, there's a purpose for him to run away, then what the fucking purpose was for same goddamn questions for Austin. You can't say stand your ground 1 minute and then turn around and say, well, that nigger's he's a criminal. I gotta send him in for 35 years because he took a life. Yeah, well, more than likely, a life can be taken during the self-defense. Boo fucking who? You kind of know what you're getting yourself into when you get into a confrontation. Which, I wouldn't like getting into it, but if I'm stuck in a scenario, what the fuck do you want me to do? I'm gonna defend myself no matter what, and if one of these motherfuckers happen to die as a result of me defending myself, boo fucking who? And I'll say that right in front. I'll look the parents right in their fucking eyes. As a result of fucking, we go back into the past and how many kids have had their lives lost for doing something fucking stupid. A lot of the stupidity, they knew what they were signing in. When you decide to, was it what up cuz, what up blood, what up gangsta? You know, a lot of the fucking white kids are inspired by the way. Because they think that only black gangs are the only gangs that are only in fucking existence. When some of the first gangs were motorcycle gangs, skinhead gangs, and KKK gangs. And let's not forget about SS and everything else that started civil wars and revolutionary wars. And we go even further fucking back with religious groups. So let's not even start the plethora with gangs. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Fuck out of here.
Your hands on them, you cannot dictate consequences. That's why the law says don't do it. And if Austin Metcalf had merely...
I'm sorry, what was the greatest movie? What was the greatest movie considered of all time? Is it not Godfather 2? Is that not a fucking movie about criminals and gangsters? Oh, but it's not those gangsters with the ba-da-ba-da-ba. Well, where do you think that shit was inspired from? Who do you think inspired it? Only, of course, if you're the wrong color complexion, you can't form a gang to embezzle and drug smuggle and, you know, defend your people and put your people in politics and things like that. No, Negro. We don't want you on jury duty. We don't want you running politics for that purpose, for helping your people. No. The fuck out of here with this world, bro.
If everybody else there at the track meet did, then he would still be alive today. Austin Metcalf's behavior is to blame for what happened, and his father is to blame for his behavior. Don't let anyone tell you that black people have no right to defend themselves, especially black children.
No, that's what they're telling us. You have no right to defend yourself.
Murdered by their non-black classmates, and nobody does anything about that. In fact, they let these criminals go. Black children being killed by other children who are non-black, and that's not a crime.
Tails to swim, by the way.
Hunter's actually doing. This is meant to actually appeal to a non-black audience. That's who this message is actually meant to reach. So I guess she's hoping to get herself some appearances on TV. Maybe she's got some.
It's the cutest thing
that she's trying to pimp to the public. Whenever you listen to wannabe bedwenches like Karen Hunter, you empower them. And a lot of you have been listening to her. A number of you have been reposting her asinine rantings. And when you do that, you help to legitimize her. So when white supremacy is on the march and black children are being threatened and attacked in public, Karen Hunter takes the side of the attackers. She takes the side of the Jeff Metcalfs of this world. She takes the side of white supremacy. And had that been your black child who Austin Metcalf had threatened and attacked that day, and if it was your child who was left with no choice but to defend themselves, Karen Hunter would be saying the exact same thing. Well, maybe not if it was a black girl who had done it. Maybe then she discovered common sense, but only because she's fighting some stupid gender war against black males, against half black society, which I think it's safe to say she doesn't even consider herself to be part of. She said it herself. The jury for the Carmelo Anthony
I encourage all of you black female feminists to go on ahead, get yourself a white man, so you can go ahead, have a trip over to South Africa, end up hung in a fucking hotel room just like that one black chick. You realize how many fucking black women are being abused by their quote-unquote white hero husbands? It's fucking pathetic, but you go ahead. You label the black man as the devil and go ahead and get yourself a light-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed motherfucker and believe he's the best thing as corn goddamn bread. I'm just gonna sit here, keep you bitches away from me, shut the fuck up, and just go on about my goddamn life. Really. Until the day I'm dead, which I'm pretty sure you would. As a matter of fact, as a reverse of not giving a fuck, you'd probably be out in the streets celebrating, doing monkey flips, just like you did with fucking Carmelo Anthony going into fucking prison. He ain't even the one who died. But any small particular victory you can get, you'll sell it. You'll do flips, monkey, whatever you can. Oh, we silenced that nigga. Oh, he can no longer talk. You're gonna have to, you gotta get busy because you're not the only one.
Racist biases and prejudices. They were there just simply to rubber stamp a conviction, and that's what they did. And she told you, you heard it yourself, had she been there, she would have gone right along with it. Are you really stupid enough to believe that if you had these white people in there who Karen Hunter wants to get money from and wants to get a job from, and if they said that nigger needs to go away for 35 years, you think that it would be a stretch for her to go from manslaughter to, okay, 35 years? Because that's the pathetic mentality of the Karen Hunters of this world. In their minds, such as they are, there's a lot less distance between manslaughter and 35 years than there is between manslaughter and acquittal. And you better believe, had she been in that jury room as one of the jurors, that's what she would have done. She would have gone ahead and said, okay, 35 years indeed. You already heard it herself. She said, yeah, he should have been convicted. There's not much room to go from manslaughter to 35 years or even life. She'd have gone along with it. A conviction's a conviction. Prison time is prison time as she sees it. Had she been on that jury, she would have put on her mammy apron and her Hattie B. McDaniel headscarf, and she would have played the mammy role to a T. So for those of you who say that the solution here is just to put more black people on juries, we gotta go deeper than that, family. There has to be at least 4 or so minimum on a jury, because as I've told you before, there's a psychology that goes along with the jury's composition. A Karen Hunter will feel emboldened if it's just hers of the one pathetic bootlick in a room full of white supremacists. She knows that those white jurors would cover for her. So she would feel emboldened, okay, yeah, let's put them away, and y'all ain't gonna tell me right. But when there's some black folks in the room, especially if there's some black folks who are on code, oh, she'll start to feel a little bit nervous. All of a sudden, she's gonna be feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Some of them, they might recognize me. Yeah, only if they got no lives. And they might tell people, oh, Karen Hunter, she was in there going along with it. She was in there saying that he should have been convicted, saying he should have got some prison time. Oh, she'd be thinking twice about that if there were some black folks other than herself in that room. So I hope that any of you Karen Hunter fans out there who just so happen to listen to me, I hope you guys are not going to start getting anonymous now. I hope you guys aren't going to suddenly start saying, oh, well, I was never with her in the first place. Nah, this is your girl, and you better go ahead and stick up for her. Why stop now? She sounds just like every white right-wing nut you ever heard. Because the sad truth is, these guys are on a suicide mission. They're kamikazes, and they're determined to take the rest of us down with them. As you see, even at the cost of a black child's life. As far as she's concerned, oh, no, I am going to be loyal to this mission. Because I need those crumbs. I need those butter biscuit crumbs. This is the entire problem with the bootlegs and the intersectionalists and all these clowns who are sitting here trying to fly all these different flags. Yeah, when they try to get away from being just black, this is what you get. Because their goal is not to be black, period. And you can tell by the way this woman talks. Clearly she's looking for a job on NPR or something. This is the kind of garbage that they teach in communication school. That's the kind of shit that she's trying to do. Look, I am speaking like this because I am the most reasonable person in the room. And hopefully some white television executive or somebody in a larger market is going to see about giving me a job and a contract. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to soft speak my way to riches, and I'm going to do it over the dead bodies of black children, preferably black males. And that's because she considers herself to be a feminist first. So far she's concerned, her identity is, I hate black men. And her utter hatred and irrepressible contempt for black men is so overwhelming that even in this case that endangers all black people, she'll be glad to say, oh no, there's no black right to self-defense. He should have gotten manslaughter or something. She will go ahead and reinforce that phony white racist narrative because as far as she's concerned, well, it's only a black male we're talking about here. I mean, it's not like I'm one of them. I don't really have anything in common with them. She looks at the Hunter Metcalfs, that's who she thinks she has something in common with. Because Hunter Metcalf looks a lot more like the white males who gave her her little radio job, or who she looks to for a book deal, or who she has to talk to if she wants to get an appearance on television or something. That looks more like the kind of people she wants to be close to. The bootlicks are the enemy within. So when you're listening to the Karen Hunters and you're reposting their gibberish, that is not some victimless crime. All you idiots who listen to her and you've been reposting her crap and praising her, this is what you were praising. So take a bow. Never see some white female mouthpiece in the white media doing what this Hunter creep did. How can someone who pretends to speak up for black people's viewpoint fly right in the face of it? Why would she defend the criminalization of black self-defense? How does someone like that live with herself? Well, I guess it does make a kind of sense. Her name is Karen, after all. Good evening, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors. Cornell Sly, Jesse Gibson, Aaron Ray, Abram Pruitt, and Wahib Abdul. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
Only one of your family without a damn.
Yeah, another nigga you can't censor. 107,000 fucking views, bitch. Can't censor everybody, can you? Ha ha.
Twin son, Austin Metcalf, twin stabbed by then 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony. Jeff Metcalf received an incredible amount of bipartisan support. I mean, people all over the world just embraced. They couldn't believe how godly he was, you know, the way that he expressed his love for Christianity and his fellow human beings. He said God will take care of it, but he also said, you know, I forgive him. He talked about how tough of a time this must be for his family also. I mean, it was like incredible. Even black people were like, wow, bless his heart. So, I want to know, what the hell happened, Jeff? Yeah, Jeff went on a racist diatribe on yesterday on his, what it was like 3 hours. Like on live, like 3 hours just going in on the black community, going in on Carmelo Anthony, dad, his mommy called his mama a bitch.
Yeah, called his mom a bitch. What y'all think about that one, black woman?
Black fatherhood, welfare, slavery, civil rights, DEI.
Yeah. Go in on it, Jeff. Talk all your shit, Jeff. He ain't no fucking Christian. And if he is a Christian, you're the reason why atheists exist.
Fucking daddy is because 78% of you don't have your father in the
Where'd you
home
get that
anymore.
statistic from?
You got baby
Charlie
mamas
Kirk?
running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards.
Oh, black people are the face of evil. Oh, I just got shot in the neck by a white person. What happened?
Oh, you've got more than
I'm gonna keep doing that joke until it starts to stick.
privileges. Entitlement. Because 400 years ago, someone
And yes,
actually
not Charlie Kirk's death per se, but what he was talking about was a fucking joke.
And then, yeah, we took you over here and put you to work.
I'm going to periodically just jump in.
And people who don't understand sniper rifle, and like for white people who are supposed to like understand the Second Amendment and all, you guys think that he was shot by a fucking sniper rifle? Really? Okay. I'll go ahead and give the fucking guy who shot him, quote unquote, a break, because I don't think he was shot by a sniper rifle. But I don't know. They consider me to be an unintelligent Negro, so it's whatever. I don't give a fuck personally. I mean, I didn't hate Charlie Kirk. It's just he was talking a lot of bullshit. What do you want me to say? I definitely didn't hate him because he was white. He apparently had a problem with blacks because they were black. Not because the statistics. Let me ask you a question, white folks. All the fucking black people that apparently you're afraid of. Why don't you just walk away? Why don't you just move out, huh? Call the police whenever a Negro moves into your fucking neighborhood. And then claim that you're not racist. Stupid bitch.
And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I've been so
Yeah, thank you. You're like, oh, the Civil War was to help out Negroes. Get the fuck out of here.
Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you.
They don't give us no free shit.
Hey, you know, nobody gives us free shit. What are you talking about? Where do you get this shit from? Where do these people get? First of all, he's talking like slavery is a fucking favor. That's how this bitch-made motherfucker sounds. He's talking like, oh yeah, we gave you slavery. We gave you what? Are you fucking kidding me? We gave you a watermelon. Yeah, and you see how that's turning it out, right? You throwing out these bullshit fucking statistics about 78% of us not being in a fucking fucking household with a father. You dipshit.
Yeah, I stand for it. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or a race or.
So, black people, when it comes to DEI, you know that white people benefit from DEI more than anybody. They benefit from DEI because all they do is practice nepotism. They look out for each other. This is not coming from me. This is actually coming from white males who are in the business of entrepreneurship.
Thank
And they
you.
say, hey,
Thank you, Willie D, for telling
just
the
to be
truth.
honest, you know,
This is coming
I
from
have
white
to really
peoples.
the people that I know
The whole DEI shit, child support, food stamps, it was all made for white folk. Y'all just got mad because you initially did take advantage of the fucking system. And then black people started to follow suit, but no black folk. Oh, what you doing with all that child support? What you doing on that fucking food stamps? And we were just doing what you were just fucking doing just not too long ago, bitch.
white women benefit from DEI.
Thank you.
Qualify for
Who benefits off fucking DEI?
What bright ass idea was that? I'm gonna tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
That sounds like a threat to me.
You're a pussy and a coward.
Now you're calling someone a pussy. See, first he went Charleston White. You think it's funny? We're gonna see who's laughing, motherfucker. And then he called somebody a pussy. So what it insinuates is that he can't take what someone has to say about him, but then at the same time, he has the fucking gall and the grapefruits to be able to talk shit about somebody else. So he could talk shit about other people, but when someone talks shit about him, oh no, no, no. Bitch made behavior, dude. That shit just irritates me. And trust me, it's not just fucking. There are plenty of fucking black guys who do it too. Trust me. I'm trying to be fucking fair here. That's what I'm really trying, folks. But what the fuck do you call this goofball world, bro? I call it dog shit, really.
Fight against y'all. But these uncivilized guys must have always
I try not to because it's not all bad, bro. It's just some of these fucking people just make you look at things and go, what the fuck? Are you serious? Oh, I thought that was over for me.
It's always to be self-serving. People like him, they pray to two different gods. They pray to a different God than the one that you
Give me
pray
a
to.
break.
That's what you gotta remember. And this is why you should not expect anything different from people like him. They pray to a different God. This is why they can throw kids, little babies, infant black babies into a swamp to be eaten by alligators and sit around like having a picnic and eating sandwiches while black men and women are lynched. And then cut the skin off their bodies and use it as wallets. These type of things they can absolutely do, and at the same time walk right into that church and bow their head and pray to God.
Turn black people into fucking wallets and then turn around and go to church and talk about Jesus and then wonder where atheists come from and why their families can't stick together. The fuck out of here. What kind of fucking Christian are you? What kind of father are you, you fucking asshole? You got your fucking son killed, so what kind of father are you? What were you teaching him? Dipshit. Yeah, and things are going to be a lot more harder for Hunter too. Uh-oh. They were suspended for what? Didn't come up in the trial. Media knew about it. Didn't talk about it though. Didn't talk about the fucking Metcalf brothers bullying fucking cheerleading girls. Why would they not do that? Why would they not bring that up, I wonder? Because we could only have fucking Carmelo Anthony being the criminal in this case. Well, it wasn't him who committed murder. Well, Carmelo Anthony probably had an obligation to stop a fucking bully from abusing girls. Oh, bitch, please. You would never see me in a boxing ring, an MMA gym, no fucking where. You are your fucking son, nowhere. Stop. Please. I'm 40. I'm half your fucking age on both sides of the fucking scale, and neither of you will be able to do a fucking thing if I got my goddamn hands on you. Stop. Stop with this trying to be fucking internet tough guy shit. It pisses me the fuck off. From a guy who literally physically puts his feet to the ground to run 2 miles to his fucking gym and then run back. You could catch me. I'm easy to target. No security guard, so I'm easy to target. But you punk made fucks with your guns and your bear mace. You want to talk about bitch matery? Are you fucking kidding? You want to talk about a pussy? The biggest fucking pussy on this fucking planet is named Chut the Builder, going around antagonizing people, knowing goddamn well the danger he could potentially be putting himself in. But what does he do? Scream that freedom of speech bullshit. He didn't take fucking accountability for losing his job. What did he fucking do? Oh, he wanted to blame the Negroes and the apes and the chimps, and why you chimping out? Why'd you lose your fucking job, asshole? And now you see this motherfucker chimping out. Give me a fucking break.
The only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people.
They talk about black people like black people are the violent ones. Black people have never dropped a bomb.
Thank you. How many nuclear bombs have we dropped on anyone? All they're gonna say, well, if you ran the country, you probably dropped a nuclear bomb too. That's all you can fucking say. Oh, now you're talking what ifs? Now we're talking buts and ifs all of a fucking sudden. That's what I heard. When I brought up the fact that, well, we don't have our fucking finger on the god, but if you did, oh wait, whoa, time out, butts and ifs. I thought we weren't doing buts and ifs. And the first fucking thing you're doing, buts and ifs. See what I'm talking about? Shut that bullshit up.
And sit back and watch them die. For shits and giggles. Black people in creating mass incarceration. Black people didn't create redlining, gerrymandering. Black people ain't even in control. Black people didn't bomb Venezuela. Black people didn't invade. They didn't bomb
Thank you. Black people
Iraq.
we're not even in control of any, like, what part of the fucking system we're in control of. That's why they tried to use Barack Obama. But realistically, how much taxpayer money are we sending over fucking seas to fucking petition in a fucking war?
Afghanistan.
But your number one fucking problem is all these Negroes doing all this activities. The fuck out my face, bro. I'm not gonna send your kid over to Afghanistan. It won't be me. Stupid.
You uncivilized person listening to me right now, scowling something. Every single atrocity that has happened in this country happened with white males at the top of the food chain. White males in the driver's seat.
I bet you any amount of money.
One.
If Barack Obama was president, if we dropped some sort of nuclear bomb, oh my fucking god, the black people are the villains. I swear, that's the only reason why they want black people to be the leaders, is just so they can have someone who they can fucking point a finger at. Someone dark-skinned, preferably.
Hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay?
Go ahead, say it.
This little boy I was trying to portray. How
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Watermelon Felon.
Watermelon
How's that
Oh, losing my breath here. So funny.
Hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. 50 million.
No shit, 35 years is a long
I don't know
time,
what kind of glamour shot you
dumbass.
steal from other people and put up on your profile, but it don't match to your fucking goddamn water buffalo looking ass when I saw you at the courthouse. Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. You're a grifting piece of shit.
You know what? You sound like fucking Jake the Snake Roberts, who's a fucking crackhead, whose father, by the way, ensured that his mother was 13 years old because his father was a pedophile piece of shit. You know, the same kind of pedophiles that people like you like to fucking defend. And since you like to talk about people like me all fucking day, don't forget that people like you are constantly, routinely inspired by people like me, faggot.
Things about Carmelo Anthony's parents scripting, and now he's accusing somebody else of scripting. This motherfucker is going to be doing some hella scripting from here on out. That's what he's doing right now. Getting his coins. He's scripting right now. He is using his son's tragedy.
Using your son's tragedy to grift online. Unfucking-leavable. Unfucking-leavable. Can you believe it? Grifting online for his dead son. That's what he's doing. That's literally what the fuck this guy is doing. And who's saying what about it? Who's calling him a grifter? Who's calling him a grifter? Is anybody gonna call him a grifter? But his son, bitch made motherfucking world, bro.
Same household. That's right. Austin and Hunter were
a minute. Don't tell me that. You mean to tell me the Metcalf brothers were a product of a single mother household? No fucking way. Impossible. That's not possible. Because Jeffrey Metcalf is father of the fucking year. Jeffrey Metcalf is the greatest father that ever lived. He's greater than any black father that I've ever known. But yet, how come his boys are living in a single mother household? That's very fucking strange. Very fucking weird. Also, granted the fact that they were bullying female cheerleaders. Weird. Isn't all this weird? Oh well. Goodbye, Tails. I fucked up.
And the reason why they get so mad when others do it is because they
My
have
bad.
a sense of entitlement that only they can act that way. Only they can do that. Only they can take advantage of the system.
Only we could have food stamps. Only we could have child support. Once those monkeys get a hold of child support, oh well, look at all them niggas on child support. Like, nigga, child support came from you. It is mainly, even to this fucking day, is mainly used by you. What the fuck are you talking about? All them niggas on child support. What are you talking about?
Your character says it all. I don't have to say a damn word. Your actions speak for themselves. You your little faggot bow tie? What the
Oh,
hell is
faggot
that?
bow tie. Look at that language.
Maybe you and Chris King are butt buddies.
Look at that language.
Like y'all swap.
Charleston White, to my knowledge, is not gay, but what language did he just use for Charleston White's bow tie? Did he just say faggot bow tie? Was that his First Amendment at work? I mean, I don't care. I personally love the word, but apparently we have a problem with it on certain avenues. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Ties and shit.
Not even
I
talking
don't know.
about gay people.
You
It's just a
are
funny
gay
word.
people. Maybe it was your Black Panther
But it
friends.
offends someone, so we have to do something because...
You talk a big fucking game, but really at the end of the day, you ain't shit.
You ain't either, bitch. No, just not a Christian man. He's a bitch-made fucking punk. That's what he is.
I'd scrape you off.
Father of the year over here.
And normally, I don't normally attack people like this, but I have
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Fucking widow-driven father. Go ahead. Leaving your kids with a single mother. Go ahead. Looks like you're black too, bitch.
myself. It's okay.
What, Mr. fucking watermelon felon over here? Huh? Ain't that something? I love it. I love it. Keep talking, Jeff. Jeffrey, isn't it funny how his name is Jeffrey too? His name is Jeffrey.
Austin is dead. I won't even put it all on Austin. Austin was still a kid. 17 years old. His mind ain't fully developed. He really don't understand the consequences of his actions. He really don't pay attention to details. You notice that like, fam, as you get older, you start paying attention to details. When you're young, you don't really think about stuff. When a friend come through and say, hey man, we going to down the street here. You just hop in the car. You ain't really think about who car is this. You know, why you driving this car? I ain't know you had a car. You're not even having, because you're not thinking about details. Next thing you know, pull you over, car stolen, both of y'all in jail. You don't think about the details. So, this guy right here is the reason why Austin is dead. He raised him. He raised a boy who thought it was okay to accost people and bully people and push people around. That's what Austin was doing when he got killed. He was doing something that he was really familiar with.
So Austin was bullying. He was pushing people around.
Austin felt that was a good idea.
He felt that that's. What are you doing in my tent? Get out of my tent. This is my tent. This is my tent. You can't be in my tent, nigga. What you doing in my tent? This is my tent. You watermelon felon. You monkey. You chimp. Get out of my tent. You know what, Austin? You could just walk away. Well, you could just walk away too, monkey.
It was innocent. Newsflash. Guilty. Prison.
I'm sorry, Austin. I'm really failing to understand why I have to get out of your tent. Because it's my tent. It belonged to me. It mine. In my tent.
Does not make you guilty. It does not mean that they are not innocent. Okay? We saw that with the Emmett Till trial. Some of y'all can relate to that. You know what? I put it like this.
Who's Emmett Till? That's probably what this fucking bitch made Trailer Park fuckboy is gonna say. Who's Emmett Till? Emmett Till? Who that? Who that? Another monkey? Another chimp? Exactly.
So what's the difference?
Oh, he was found guilty in a court of law. But O.J. Simpson was found innocent in the court of law, and you guys still see him as a fucking killer. So what the fuck does the court of law mean anymore? Stupid bitch.
This is the difference. And this is always the difference.
You were wrong. Admit it. But no, what do you do now? Oh, there was no black jurors. You know why? Because you can't be unbiased, you dumb shits. If you answer the question, I can't send a black man to jail because he's black, you're not getting on the jury.
I can't send a black man to jail because he's black and not getting on the jury. He's absolutely correct right there. And that should tell you everything that you need to know. When they fill out their forms, what they're saying, they're going to tell those people whatever they need to hear so that they can get on the jury. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? You are not doing yourself, your children.
No, please let Jeff go on another fucking rant. I want to hear it. At first I didn't think I want to hear Jeff's bullshit, but no, let Jeff keep on talking because he sounds like you want to talk about black people being ignorant? Are you fucking kidding me? This is some of the most ignorant, dumb, fucking most tarded shit I've ever heard in my life. And it's easy to fucking correct. Easy to fucking just take a flamethrower or two, fucking melt it like butter. Easy. Went to fucking college, you fucking
You're
dipshit.
so unintelligent, you can't even fill out a form correctly.
So how did I get into the military, bitch? When you show me your service, maybe I'll be impressed. Until then, keep Metcalf away from me, bro. Keep Metcalf away from me. Far the fuck away from me, please. Bitch made fuck punk. Oh, but the blacks and the blacks and the blacks and the black. I don't like it when the fucking black person does it all day, every day. But the whites and the whites and the whites and the whites and the whites. Shit is fucking annoying. Alright, so we just Sonic the Hedgehog Tails. We can only choose these characters on anniversary mode, so that's that. I will see you guys next time when I do another live stream.
You don't even know who your fucking daddy is. Because
Peace out.
78% of you don't have your father in the home anymore.
78% of you don't even have your daddy in our family no more. Statistics that I pulled out my ass.